If you're not outraged, then you are not paying attention. We all know this bumper sticker slogan, and it is certainly true. It is outrageous that we live in a world where politicians and corporations and demagogues and extremists are getting away with making life worse for so many people, and maybe eventually for all of us. But if you're an activist, whether you're fighting for a living wage, for equality, for racial justice, whether you're combating hate, fighting to stop a war, or to end apartheid, you're also familiar with this word: burnout. That's what happens when we overinvest our time and emotional energy into a cause and get worn out by the frustratingly slow progress we invariably make because the problems we work on are so massive and people just give up. And you see this all the time. I mean, some people don't even notice that they've given up. But when your outrage turns into bitterness and you stop engaging in anything productive and just resign yourself to angry comments on Facebook or Twitter, I mean, that is giving up. I know this sounds cheesy, but I think this happens most often when we forget to have love at the core of our activism. And not just love for the people we're fighting for, I mean, that tends to be there, but also for the uninformed whom we're trying to educate, and for the passive and indifferent whom we're trying to motivate to stand up and fight for what's right. If we attack people for their ignorance or indifference, that only makes them defensive and recalcitrant. You know, we have to engage them kindly, and that does tend to be missing. I don't think an intellectual commitment to justice can survive for too long if it's not accompanied by kindness and empathy and genuine emotional concern for other human beings, including those we disagree with. Treating others kindly, the way we'd want to be treated. I mean, there's a reason why that's the universal golden rule. It's because of our oneness as a species, and you don't have to be religious or spiritual or mystical to see that we are connected in some way, that our happiness does tend to go hand in hand with being kind and warm and generous towards others. And when you look around at selfish, mean-spirited people, we all know some of these folks, they aren't just negatively impacting others, but they themselves aren't happy. I saw this TED Talk once about how we have the whole thing backwards. We're always taught that in life, you work hard to become successful, and success then leads to happiness. It turns out it doesn't work that way at all. Research says it's the opposite, that you start by being a positive person, upbeat and happy, and that in turn opens up creativity in your brain and raises your energy level, which then allows you to work hard and achieve bigger things, be more productive, be more efficient. And the fight for justice on our planet is no different. I think positive energy helps us create healthy connections with others and build genuine solidarity, and together we can work towards more just human societies.